Hello everyone, welcome back to ESL Pro League. We just saw a fantastic matchup between North and Navi with the series going 1-1 in the end, but I'm back once again with Hugo and we're going to be going into our second series. Now this time around it's a bit different, Virtus Pro up against HellRaisers.
Interesting matchup, definitely. We've got obviously VP, long-standing roster, great team altogether, very shaky online but very consistent on LAN usually. I mean not recently but usually. And then we have HellRaisers, kind of the underdogs, a team very close to getting relegated last season of Pro League but just made it through. And a lot of people look at them and they go, oh really, they're just kind of one of those teams that just kind of border along the bottom, never really achieve anything. But actually this Pro League season has been quite different. And not only that, but also today they've just actually qualified for the Star Ladder LAN as well. They just beat Envious in a best of 3, 2-1 as well, after a comeback after losing the first map. So stuff like that, for example, HellRaisers are actually doing fairly well. And we saw them yesterday as well. Obviously, we were here casting again. They were 12th on the scoreboard out of 14th in Pro League. They are currently 7th. Actually, maybe different because they just played. I think they didn't play. Sorry, they just played Star Ladder, not Pro League. And they just came back from 12th place now to 7th place, so really just on the edge of qualifying. Obviously we're very early on in the league, so it's undecided yet, but they're actually doing fairly well. They knocked out G2 2-0 last night and they're actually having some decent results online, so definitely a team to watch out for. But again, this is VP we're talking about.
It's true, and that's the thing, talking about qualifying as well, guys, if you sort of wondering how a lot of these teams got here into Pro League, they qualified their way through Mountain Dew League, which you guys should definitely check out. All of the games going on over there. There's a couple of UK teams in there as well, of course, Team Endpoint, the boys in blue, shout out to them. So you might as well want to go check that out, keep up to date with all of the standings there as well, because why not, right?
Yeah, of course. It's a great way for teams to at least get up into the season. We're looking at LDLC, for example, who are doing very well right now. Unfortunately, they just lost a best of 2 against NIP, but still, I mean, they just came from Premier last season, and now they're halfway through Pro League, doing very well considering all the factors. So yeah, definitely teams to watch out for, as well as Kingwin as well. And that list came out from Premier last season. So yeah, a lot of talent really coming up from there to show off in the Pro League.
That's the thing. It's kind of the tier below, but when they wig their way in there, it's awesome to see. LDLC, as you said, they've been causing a stir basically. Unfortunately, barely just being beaten out by NIP over on the mainstream. So definitely some cool stuff to check out there. And now, as we continue our way through, obviously, another thing to talk about, HellRaisers trying to lead the charge as they come in this one. They want to try and set that early pace of dominance, because if they allow HellRaisers to really work their way through too early on, that's where HellRaisers won't find an answer at that point. Virtus Pro will have too much steam. Yeah, and we also have to look at the map pool as well for this one. We have Mirage, then Overpass following. So again, another repeat on Mirage. This is great for VP. A great map for them across the board. HellRaisers, it's okay. It's not always their pick, but it's not quite their Instaban. It's an alright map for them. I think this map pool is a bit weird because it favours VP just out of the first map, but the second map, Overpass, neither a dominant, not a dominant map for either team, so that's going to really be anyone's game. But I think the first map, looking at it, Virtus Pro have a really good chance to at least get in there early, get themselves a quick map to close out, and then HellRaisers, on the second one, could definitely upset, could definitely split the series. I mean, we've already seen a split series today, and the likes of what we just watched, Navi and North. So going into this one, it's anyone's game. It's true. That online CS, there is always a chance. And you guys watching at home from your comfy chairs in your comfy rooms, you might want a comfy jersey so you can also represent those teams. So why don't you work your way over to that ESL store, grab one. Obviously you can pick up the Virtus Pro jersey, or you can get the HellRaisers jersey, or why not both? Good idea. Get both. Yeah, but please, coming into this obviously as well, it's always that scary factor. There is potential for them to go 1-1, but you've got to hedge your bets closer towards Virtus Pro. Surely, right? They are they are the overdogs, as they are in most things that they play. They are the dominant team, the Polish powerhouse, obviously. And while they are getting consistent online, you can't take away from the fact that we have these individual players that are so skilled. We have the likes of Pasha, we have Neo, and a lot of people look at, because this is like the oldest team in esports right now, or at least the oldest team in CS:GO that I'm aware of, and they're still having such success. And people always go, when you reach your 30s, you're dead. You can't play esports anymore. Your reactions are gone. And I think this is just the great evidence of how that is so untrue. How they're still able to get to the grand finals of the major previously, and came first, obviously, in DreamHack Las Vegas. Stuff like this, for example, just shows how effective this team are. And coming up against what we should see as an underdog being HellRaisers, I think there's a really good chance VP could just smack them in the face and walk on. It's true. I mean, always quite scary if people dying when they're 30, Hugo. So that's definitely not good. In a game sense, in a game sense. It might be the case, but as we work our way through as well, why don't we recollect some of the awesome plays that went down last week to try and water our palates, get us ready for this matchup in just a little while.
And one of the best maps in CS right now. Well, JDM chiming in for the first one, but oh my god, JDM with the double no-scope destroys!
There's still Scream
Oh
up.
my.
And Apex is proving maybe this is the gun to use, but Scream, that's 2. Can he get more? He gets a tag there. Shock's now low, Apex is low. Oh my god! Scream, what is this?
Simple gets closer as a result. Good opening shot. We're still over toward A. It's right now that the action starts, and Simple's got 3 already in the round. Both of them go down. No flash that time. They already threw it, and he's not going to peek it. Simple's got up to 4. He might get the ace spot.
Simple's up a platform, and he's rising to the occasion, finding 2 tremendous headshots there.
Second one was snappy. Waits as well. Neo's going to try and push him. Gunbarrel's going to show her as he responds. He certainly does. And what is that shot to be Ali?
Bit iffy because he's moving right now. Doesn't want to miss this headshot. He's hoping he'll stop when he can actually pick it up. And also, as well, this patience can do huge work. There's one. Oh my god, Nifty! He's even going to go for the 4th right now. He gets it out of ammo, stuck in the corner. Finally goes down to Gusta.
Wow, blue going a bit blue in the face off of that play. Absolutely crazy stuff. Now, guys, you've seen some fantastic plays to try and warm you up a little bit, but we want to know what your thoughts are as well. We've spoken our thoughts, but why don't you tweet us and let us know just what you're thinking about this upcoming matchup. Will Virtus Pro take the title, or will it be HellRaisers to come in here and cause a stir? Hugo, why don't you just throw it out for me there? Obviously, we spoke about it loosely, but I want a bold prediction.
VP Tour.
Yeah?
Yeah, just going to stick with that. I think it's the safest option, right? While HellRaisers are great at getting these upsets, I still feel like VP, the experience on these players, the experience on the team, and just generally the team play together, I think they could take it. I'm not going to water it down or anything. I still think HellRaisers could go 1-1, but I'm going to go safe. I'm going to commit to a prediction for a change. I'm going to go VP.
Are you going to stick with it this time?
Yeah, I'm not
No
going to change it.
flip-flopping?
Well, if HellRaisers pick up the first map, I can't really stick with it, can I? But I'm going to stick with VP.
I don't think he understands how prediction works.
Yeah, shh. What's your prediction then, Jack?
I'm actually going to go in, all in, everything's in there, I'm sticking it in. I've committed. It's Virtus Pro. I think Virtus Pro are going to close this out. I think we're going to go for the 2-0. I think you've just got to give it in terms of merit and sort of respect coming into this, though. HellRaisers, for me, have been looking better and better. They haven't really, it's not looked like they've got worse throughout the weeks. It seems that they've definitely been heavily reviewing a lot of their play styles, improving as individual players as well. I think this is the best lineup they've had for quite some time now. Dead Fox has been popping off. Zero and Co also getting massive. Of course, you've got Bondic that can be such a huge player, and Angel leading the charge. Who else would you want in game leading that unit?
Yeah, and we've also seen some quirky things pulled up from them, at least in the match against G2. We talked about this earlier in OT with Na'Vi North. Obviously, UMP buy that they went for in OT to preserve a bit of money in the case they did lose it. Obviously, they stomped for OT anyway, so it didn't matter. But stuff like that, they're still creating things. We're into a point of CSGO, at least, where most of the stuff that has been done that can be done has been done. The SMG thing at the beginning of CSGO, it kind of wasn't really a thing. Then we saw some changes to the SMGs, and still it took quite a while before people started to realize, oh wait, these are really viable. Let's start using the UMP. This meta, despite the UMP being changed over a year ago, has only come in the last year or so. So I feel like small meta changes like that do happen, but other than that, most things stay the same. So it's nice to see HellRaisers at least coming up with some quirky things in the realms of OT and doing stuff like that to at least bring something new to the table, so we're not watching the same game every single time.
It's true. Smart use of economy there, obviously, to work their way through, as they know it can still be broken. That's the thing with overtime in this league as well, where it's MR6. Obviously, it's kind of hard because you can't work your way in and just expect to have enough money to play with. You have that 10k, but it has to last you. If you get those losses on the board, that's when it really comes back to bite you.
Yeah. I think it will be an interesting match, though. I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut as maybe some people expect. I think this is going to be the 16-0 that a lot of people would hope for VP. I think they may really bring them close down to the line. I think HellRaisers do have good potential to make this a double-digit game, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Mirage goes, because obviously this is a great map for VP, but HellRaisers have a real chance to... At the end of the day, right, we look at this map and we go, oh, HellRaisers, if they do nothing against VP on this map, it's okay, because we don't expect them to do anything. It's one of VP's better maps. So looking at this, HellRaisers have no one to impress, so nothing to lose and everything to gain.
It's true. It's also a good benchmark scoreline as well to see where HellRaisers right now are going to be situated up against VP, because still though, I mean, there is always chance as it is online CS, and Virtus Pro can be shaky in those scenarios. So jumping into this one should be exciting to see if HellRaisers can come in here with a bang, try and kick things off fast and flashy, or if it is going to be Virtus Pro to come in here with a very stable first half. But they're on the T side, and you never know what they might have under their sleeves.
Nades are going to be brought up for Neo. Armor on the rest of them, and almost full armor by for HellRaisers. Just Dead Fox in towards middle of the kit. Going to mean he has a quick rotation to either of the two sites. And VP, they are just going to be storming this one. Going for the fast B. It's matchmaking now as Pasha, he's going to run on in. Spotted by the jump. As you can see, HellRaisers is already aware of what's going to be coming in. Full frontal as Pasha runs right into the site, looking for the opener, but Zero says no. Quick shot with the P2K there to deny the first. And HellRaisers just backing off for the site, allowing VP to get that bomb down and playing in a 5-on-4 post plant.
Good situation to attempt to retake this later on, though. Zero as well, trying to ward them off. You can see Snacks trying to be a little bit sneaky as he plays up close and personal. Angel as well finds another frag. They're in a good situation now. There's only 3 Ts remaining. Make that 2 as Styko comes in and takes down by Ali, leaving Taz and Snacks to try and ward them off. They're in good angles. They do some damage, but it's nowhere near enough. Zero and Dead Fox find the frags. The defuse will come in, and HellRaisers actually get the opening round.
Good opener, definitely so. VP, though, do get that bomb plant, so the buy will be coming out in the third round, assuming they don't force buy into this. And I wouldn't like to see that at all. Obviously, HellRaisers actually are a team that like to go for a full SMG buy at times. We saw them yesterday. They were going for 4 UMPs and 1 MP7 on Bonding, which is a bit of a way buy, but this time they're playing it a little more safe. They're going for a triple rifle, because that's mainly because they know who they're up against. And VP, yeah, they are going to do it. They're going to force things up. Bit risky. Maybe even studying the demo to HellRaisers. Who knows, really, knowing what their typical buys at least are coming in, but it's not going to be what they assumed, as HellRaisers have played the mind games themselves. So we have an M4 over on Angel. We have Bondic and Zero equipped on the Pharmacies as well, and plenty of utility to make this one work. Only 1 kit. That's more than enough, considering VP unlikely to get this bomb down with the current setup, but looking like they want to split into inside of the connector. It's Steek up close to trying to lay them.
Let's see if he can actually find these frags, though, as they rev their engines ready for the peak. Snacks gets the opener. I mean, that's ludicrous that he's been able to get away with that. Dead Fox trying to retaliate as well when he finds one, till Bayali takes them down. There's Bondic, though, starts to go so big as he takes down Bayali and Taz. Pasha hoping to achieve something, but it was not meant to be. He will be slain, leaving just Neo left in a 1 versus 3. Has recovered the bomb. If you can get the plant, it would be great, but it will not happen. Angel with a secondary face eliminates him, but still, that's 2 casualties on that CT side.
Yeah, a bit of money taken away from them. Nothing too damaging to worry about for the time being. Those we can still see HellRaisers are going to be okay for the time being on the money. VP now trying to go for these pistols. Nothing too much. A couple of P250s and a smoke going to be up on Neo as well. But other than that, really just going to be throwing away this round, as you would expect. The bomb plant at a very max is going to be what they're hoping for. And the bomb just situated in towards a T-spawn for the time being. I'm not sure what that is, but Neo actually throwing up the smoke, I think it was. Yep, over towards window. But, oh, look at that from Dead Fox, trying to block it. He does succeed as well, jumping up. They expect window to just be completely covered off, but Dead Fox reads them like a book. That is absolutely perfect from the man himself. And 2 players now remain for VP. They could not be expecting that.
That's so filthy, so smart as well. You stop the smoke, you're able to go for the peek. They just peek into you. Very easy kills. Obviously, it is the eco, but such a clean round going through off a fantastic play from Dead Fox. Obviously, just Pasha left now, trapped towards mid. Surely he'll fall. Single shot coming out from Bondic. They closed it down. That's all 3 rounds going to be claimed. But just check this out. Look, as he blocks it, as you said, I mean, that is just so clever. Smart stuff there.
That's so great. I love to see it when people do that. It's very, very rare, but when you know you're up against pistols, it's really a no-risk situation. You know they're not going to peek before that smoke blooms. So actually jumping up there is a very safe play, because you know they're not going to take the fight at a range up against a rifle. But now we see the rifles in for VP. They've got full AKs, no AWP going to be brought out, and the same on the HellRaisers side. We saw Dead Fox very lenient to pick it up over in the match against G2 last night here in EPL, but maybe it will continue going into this one. Hopefully not, though. I'd like to see him on the AWP. He's a real star with that gun.
Taz trying to get the opening frag here as he just cups off a couple of pot shots, but can't really take anyone down just yet. We'll be backing off now as well. Angel playing over towards short. If anyone does try and take the fight there, he's looking on point to try and ward them off, but can he actually do so? Hugo is aware of the information but forced to back off. Dead Fox low as well.
Snacks gonna work his way into connector. Does get naded, and he will eventually be shot in the face as well, with Steeko playing that close angle, flashing out with the UMP as well. He can back out of that position. It will work perfectly. Pasha's blind, but look at the split. They found themselves into window, and a Neo, he's going to be pushing on. Steeko hears the footsteps, and he knows what's going on, but he's still going to get taken down, and Neo converting a second as well. Nice burst there to take down Dead Fox. As 2 remain here for the HellRaisers side. It's Angel to try and work his way back into the murder hole, but he actually gets away with it somehow. The flashbang working out as Neo gets distracted, and a 2v2 back in play. The bomb is planted for VP, but HellRaisers, these are some good odds here. They have the kit on Zero, but now Angel has been removed. It's all onto Zero himself. He's had some phenomenal play so far this series, but can he continue?
He's going to make his approach over towards CT, hoping to find these frags as he slowly tiptoes his way out. Will spot out Pasha, but it is not meant to be. The headshot comes through, 0 executed, and VP get their first round on the board off the back of the opening full buy.
HellRaisers can still buy though, and AWP will be found as well. Dead Fox is going to be up on that, so nice to see as VP still concede to the 4 rifles for the time being. Not going to be going for any kind of AWP play just yet. Not able to have the economy for that, so this could be a bit of a kick up the arse here for VP as they're not really aware that the AWP is in play. Actually, Pasha going to back off of that fast mid peak as the rest of his team make their way outside of A. And he just takes it slow in middle, maybe expecting it, which is a safe play, obviously, because Dead Fox can be lethal. But it's by Ali to push up towards ramp, trying to look for this opener. May actually flash himself through the smoke here. The nade does go out into Palace, but look at this, by Ali forcing him way out. He does get the kill into Bonding, able to convert. Snacks takes a second one. This is great openings here for the T side, but Dead Fox comes back in with 1. Not able to catch a second as VP cross over to the site, and Pasha does even more work once there, but still, 2 players now remain for HellRaisers. This may even be a saving round.
It's true. As they work their way into this, if they want to go for it, it's going to be such a hard retake to come out. Obviously, they're outnumbered 2-1. They don't have utility really to try and aid them too much. They do have a smoke, but that's going to be it. 1 kit as well, 0. They're still waiting it out, though. They're not going to be backing off just yet. They're going for the peeking towards the bomb site, hoping they can get an opening frag. This is very risky, as they could be executed. Dead Fox, though, does take down Neo. The smoke goes over onto the bomb. Pasha will eliminate 0, though. Surely Dead Fox just tries to back out of there at this point. He will try to recoil away. Takes down Pasha as well as he connects the shot. He's in close proximity. Dead Fox just going to have to hold his ground, tuck in and CT, and not try and be eliminated.
He will get away with it as well. VP not able to chase him down, but they don't really want to lose any more players. Already losing 3 in that round is going to mean their money is stinted. Obviously, they're still up against an ecoing HellRaisers coming into this one, but still, better to hold on to your guns rather than chase down a single orb. But as long as Dead Fox doesn't go huge in this round, it should just be a done deal as well for VP. They should be able to bring it up to 3-3, and without allowing the reset for HellRaisers as well, is fairly effective to building up this bank here for the T side. So Dead Fox back in towards middle, the one player who can get something done. I like this, a fast boost up towards the ladder, and that'll allow him to peek in through short very, very quickly. And unbeknownst to Virtus Pro, they won't have a clue. The flash does work out, but the zoom in will come in. At this point, Pasha, there's been time ticking down. He could have wrapped around from short at this point, so he should be aware that Dead Fox could be in this position, but it's actually the B rush coming on in. Pasha going to be late splitting down through short here, and they've got to watch out for him, as well as they have to watch out for Dead Fox. There's 1 quick kill. He's still got this flank coming out though, and Pasha eventually going to strike. It's a kill coming his way. Taz follows up onto the bomb site, and it's just nothing for HellRaisers.
Yeah, the only chance they had was off the back of Dead Fox's AWP. He only got 1 frag into the round. The rest of Virtus Pro have been able to quickly work their way through. They're executing everyone in front of them. Bondic will be spotted out here as well by Pasha. Very aware of that position. Smart stuff as he takes him down. Angel, surely the last man to fall, does have a fairly advantageous angle as he tries to get the kill upon Neo. Now the ship has sailed though. Had to peek out into an angle that favours him, will eliminate him. They claim another round on the board, 3-3. HellRaisers, finally money to play with, but it's still not the best situation.
Yeah, no AWP. Just rifles here. Angel limited to a FAMAS. The rest of them are going to be on the M4s though. And Snacks on his own AWP here, just playing off that spawn. As he charges up towards ramp, trying to look for an opening pick because they cross over towards the site, and he will go for it. Actually doesn't connect the shot though. It's Stiko to cross safely. Dead Fox tagged up a little in middle, but nothing significant, and Stiko makes his way inside of the connector. Could be flashed into mid here, but he actually gets countered. Flashbang comes in, blinds him for a second. Doesn't do anything significant. Angel smoked off here on short though, so he's got a bit worried about the position of Stiko, because if he gets overrun, there's no trade potential with that smoke down. But you can see all of VP just holding for the aggression on the CT side. If anything comes through, they are going to be ready for it, and that's the thing. HellRaisers are just reading this one well. They could have gone for those peeks out down through short and connector, but instead just going to hold back for the time being, meaning the VP can't get themselves a free pick into this one. They've really got to contest it. They've got to peek out onto the site, and Snacks, he looks like he wants to do exactly that.
Snacks edging ever closer as he wants to try and find these opening frags now. Slow approach round. Obviously the CT's repositioning as well. They are in a good angle to try to deal with him, but Snacks has the drop. This is the thing. It all relies on him being able to get the opening frag. Aware of the angle, spots out Dead Fox as well. Will get a crisp, clean shot on him, takes him down. Neo also finding one upon Bondic, and they've single-handedly walked their way in towards that A bomb site. There's no one left to try and defend it now, and frags are still coming out. Pasha claims 2 of his own. 0 with a retaliation kill. Will be able to get that trade out, but still left in a 1 versus 4. The best case scenario is that he holds on to that M4, and they don't want to allow him to. They're going to knock on his door. Headshot comes in. Taz will eliminate him. him. And VP already, they are setting themselves firmly as the dominant members in this half.
And that's what we were saying before the game, right? This is if dominant VP show up, if aggressive VP show up, this is what we're going to see. We're just going to see them chasing down kills, getting these openers, winning every Angel. And that's the thing. While it's hard to predict when they're going to appear, up into this kind of matchup, with VP stepping on a lesser team, definitely, this is the kind of breeding grounds for VP. This is where they really get aggressive. They really bring every single fight up against maybe a top team. Where we see, for example, SK or Astralis, it could be a much closer affair. But VP are really leading the charge into this round, and HellRaisers again just pistols.
Left with those measly weapons, not really effective as they work their way into this. Obviously, you're just going to have to use those crossfire close angles. Hope they can get the drop on VP. But right now, with VP just taking their play towards contact that burst towards that B bomb site, it is in their favor. Zero might actually be able to catch Pasha off guard as he's facing the wrong way. The peak comes round, but Snacks with the retaliation kill. Easy does it as he doubles it up as well. Takes two, hungry for the third, but can't quite connect the shot just yet. Bondik on the site, and he makes things personal as he finds the headshot on by Ali. Oh, Snacks though, a third frag, and it is absolutely crazy. Connects the headshot upon Angel. Bondik will peek into him, trying to go for the 4K. Knocks him so very low, but Neo with a drive-by will finish that one up. Tidies the round for another one for Virtus Pro.
Very good stuff so far for the Polish powerhouse. As we can see, HellRaisers all back in play on Dead Fox. He's going to have armor to support that as well, as it's dropped over from one of his teammates, so a bit to work with. But actually, no, he's going to prioritize nades here over armor. That's quite interesting to see. Obviously, they must have some kind of trick up their sleeve. They've got some kind of plan, because actually prioritizing nades over armor when the rest of your team have those full nades is a very interesting strategy, at least. But the money is going to be a limiting factor as he holds off towards middle, goes for the blind shot, but not going to be able to connect on any of the members of the Polish side. And he will just back off in towards the CT spawn instead to try and wrap back around towards EA side to support from CT. As VP, they hold fast. Bomb rotating back into the spawn. And they could go for this late mid control, but without Snacks there, as he backs off of the apartments and joins him over in T-spawn, it's just going to be a solo Pasha. If he wants to get anything done, he has to solo push inside of the connector. And while that is good, obviously in terms of getting that split onto the A site, if he gets taken down by some aggression from the CT side, that will instantly put HellRaisers in an advantageous spot and make it very difficult for Virtus Pro to get control of this A site without that connector split.
It's true. It's going to be a sticky situation, to say the least. Bondik playing up close and personal as well, waiting for the push to come through. Dead Fox with the AWP can be so effective, but Snacks is so crazy right now. There's been some mental shots coming out for him. He's tearing his way for everyone. In front of him, Bondik as well. Another frag will go his way as he takes down Taz. Neo can retaliate, though, leaves them in still a better situation here. A 3 versus 3, though, as Angel will chime in. Works his way through. Snacks, aggressive angle in play. Will this pay off? His teammate's doing damage still. Pasha, he's on the flank over as well. This should be a headshot upon Zero, but he gives the game away. A little bit of noise has been made. Zero should be aware of this. Has a nade out. Molotov will go in. Forces him to face. Zero with a connection. Takes him down. Snacks on the close angle. Has the drop on Styko. Takes one tag and he doesn't even turn around. Follow-up frag comes in by Ali to close the round out. And VP still keeping this paint train going.
Such great stuff, and that's the thing about this team on Virtus Pro, is they can constantly switch up this AWP like this. It's not the same as some teams that have multiple players able to AWP, and we always see the AWP on, for example, Kenny S, and we always see the AWP on, Guardian. With the exception of sometimes giving it over to Simple. This is VP. They can have Snacks on the AWP. They can have Neo. They can have Pasha. They can have anyone on the AWP. And that's the thing. Pasha supposedly, sometimes being this primary AWP, we've seen Snacks on it the whole game. It just switches over every single match. You never know who's going to be picking it up. And again, up against another eco here from the HellRaiser side, VP are bringing the pain. They are storming onto this site. Good entry so far. Dead Fox will retaliate over from the CT spawn, but he is 7 HP. He can't afford to expose anything other than the tip of his skull here if he wants to go for a kind of fight. Spots out Pasha, tapping away, but eventually he's going to land onto Bayali. Gets a bit too big for his boots. Dead Fox follows up as well onto Pasha. Good damage so far. He's on 3 kills, but he does eventually get finished off as 2 players remain for VP, but definitely still a contestable round.
Never too big for the boot as they work their way back in towards the bomb site. Bondik and Co trying to shut them down. Will rattle away with that 5-7. A ferocious spam coming through, but he couldn't quite connect the shots now as well. With the bomb planted, Neo and Snacks left into a good situation in this round. Surely they close this out and work their way through to pick up their 7th. Sure, HellRaisers have got them into a good situation, but these pistols aren't going to be that effective from range. Zero also picking with that CZ in such an elevated angle. It will be so hard for him to do anything, but he makes it work out, actually. Will punish Snacks. Confuse the positioning of Neo, though. Neo should be able to backstab, walks his way round. Neo just hiding, waiting for the right moment to strike like the mighty Cobra as he works his way out, and Zero will be killed.
No survivors apparently with VP. They do actually manage to take down 4 players, so HellRaisers is having significant impact to specifically Dead Fox with 3 with that Deagle, so he's going to have a plethora of cash here to go for the buy. Orb and armor and kit and nades. Lots of money on him. But obviously VP actually losing a lot of players in these rounds that are winning, and obviously while they are winning the rounds, which is more important, if you look at their cash, it's not very built up. So if they only lose 1 or 2 rounds, they'll be forced into eco, and that's a positive thing about getting all these kills when you're HellRaisers. Even if you're not converting the rounds, you only need to pick up 1 or 2 in a row to really hurt VP's economy and give you a really good streak back into the game. But obviously, that's still a tall task to ask. Wrapping together 1 round seems almost impossible for them at the moment, as they've only picked up the pistol and the 2 anti-ecos. VP looking clean. DevBox misses that shot towards Connector, but they have the information now on the Polish side.
Yep, a lot of information to play with as they do just back off though. Mid-control slowly being encroached by Virtus Pro. They want to try and gain it and force HellRaisers to reposition, hold those choke points rather than trying to take the mid-fight. Right now, though, Dead Fox still holding fairly strong. Zero as well. Information over towards him as they try and toy with his mind a little bit, making him think that it will be a play towards that bomb site when really they have been able to back off. Full rotate has already come out there close towards A in what seems to be a late round 3-2 push towards the A bomb site. Styko though, look at the information play. If they push in towards Apps, he'll be able to backstab very effectively. Also into the late round, he can work his way back through and try and backstab. All 3 members though playing from ramp, so they want to work their way in. Dead Fox as well isn't aware of the positioning of Taz just yet. Molotov goes down, which will slow him, but he still needs to spot him out and try and get that frag.
But Pasha's just about to walk into his crosshairs there, but look at the meantime, VP, a lot of them ready to walk out into the site. There's 30 seconds left, so HellRaisers know that something's going on. They know they have to eventually commit. They're not going to save this one as they start to push their way out. Snacks is going to be spotted. Bondic knows what's up, and DevFox repositioning does get flanked, but he flicks back round, takes Pasha, goes in for more, but he's not going to be able to succeed as Taz is dropped eventually by Bondic, who lands himself with 2. And that will actually be 3 in the round for him as HellRaisers pick up a 4th on the board. Finally going to get back into this one, but we talked about the money. While it is still severely impacted for VP, they can get together another buy, and if they can pick up this 1 single rifle round, that will reset the economy of HellRaisers, who have invested so much, forcing them again down into the eco.
That's so sick though. Good site defense from HellRaisers there, obviously. They're in a good situation. And the thing is, it is scary because obviously there is that potential for VP to just bounce their way back through. But HellRaisers, if they can try and play to that level of CS, it would be amazing to watch. Angel as well gets the opener. The initiative on display as he worked his way through apartments, getting that opening frag over onto By Alley really does kind of set them in stone as trying to get an early advantage into the round. It's a good situation to work with, especially towards mid as well. Dead Fox and co. If they can try and force them back, it would be a good round.
Time is ticking. VP, while they do have some aggressive mid-control in the form of underpass, they still have that man disadvantage. DevFox posted up. Oh, he's going to spot the legs. Oh, goes to the shot, just missing by a pixel onto Neo. That's so unfortunate for him as well. He could have extended this to a 2-man advantage, but not going to be too much of an issue right now because, again, they are just sitting pretty for the time being. But VP looking like they want to get some control up towards middle. As Snack smokes off the window, looking for a pick over towards the A site. The flash goes in deep. He goes with it, but there's a boost up on Ticket Box as well, which is dangerous. They can spot his legs from here, there, and he won't have a single angle on them at all. As Bondic is up there with his AK, does eventually drop down, and VP looking like they want to make their way into the A site. The bomb as well, in through connector, but with no split coming out through the A ramp. Look at the position of Angel as a reaction. He's pushed down all the way deep into ramp. This is such a good angle. He clears it out. He gets the information. In the meantime, Siko doing the damage over towards Pasha over in the window room again. Bondic going to jump back up. He's got himself a free kill as we see Angel's pushed up. So even if VP did have control of the site, he would be in the perfect position to retake. But they haven't even got that far. Snacks is alone, but he's joining his teammates in the grave. It's HellRaisers to pick up 5 rounds, not allowing the reset.
Good stuff, and obviously the knock-on effect has been done. The damage to the economy of VP, leaving them in a bit of a tight situation as well. They try and work out what they're going to go for. Not really going to force up into this. You imagine as they work their way through. Really as well, though, the thing is HellRaisers, they're being able to get these rounds on the boards. This one's essentially a given, right? They should close this down very easily. You get yourselves into a 6-7 scoreline. That's not too bad from what seemed to be what was going to be a crazy dominant half from VP.
Yeah, this is okay. This is okay for HellRaisers, again, considering the matchup and everything like that. So them switching over to the T side, especially with Angel calling, I will expect better things than their CT so far. but obviously a potential free round being gifted to them is going to be a bit of a boost to not only their economy but also their round difference. As we can see, VP are just set up. This is just almost what they play on Cobble, on pistol rounds here. They're going to be sending 3 players fast into one side of the map and the bomb just holding off for the aggression on the other side. Obviously, this is the old typical VP strat, right? You put 2 players outside of A long, and you have the fast B play with 3 on the pistol, and then eventually they try and split in through the connector, and we see Snacks and whoever else is with him to go into that other side and get the bomb down. But obviously a lot less effective up against rifles. HellRaisers are only going to need 1 player per site to really deal with all these pistols, but let's see if VP can have some success. They have a few nades to work with. This may force a bit of a rotation, and a bomb plant may be possible from here, but let's see. DevFox is already pushed into the apartment, so this strategy is just going to fall apart because he'll get himself a free pick.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're going to push in, thinking the rotate has come out from the CTs, obviously towards that A bomb site. Then they just get owned at that point. An easy frag comes through with the AWP. They peek into right now. Okay. He misses, actually. That's very different from what we expected. The Molotovs go down, though, forcing them to jump straight into the frying pan. They will be burnt, but they are able to brush their way through. DeadFox, it pays off in a more of an awkward angle. He couldn't actually find the easy frags, though. Angel also going to take one upon Taz. DeadFox keeps it going. So easy for him. That is a clean, crisp quad kill coming out. Absolutely fantastic. Didn't want the easy frags.
Yeah, he made up for missing that first shot, I guess. But that's the thing, with that kind of strategy, the typical VPS kind of style, it only really works on pistol rounds, because as soon as we saw DevFox post up with the AWP, we were like, yeah, this is over. There's no way they can win this, because even if they... because he's not going to rotate. You're not going to fully rotate unless, you really think something's going on. And not even a single member of VP committed to that A-side fake with the smokes as well, so it wasn't a good enough fake. But look at this fast play. The Astralis rush right out onto the site they go at the beginning of the rounds. Don't need any smokes, as Bondik does deny the first, but Pasha's got the opener. Nice ding. Snacks trades though, and Angel peeking out from the smoke to find another. It's going to be equal pickings going back and forth, but Neo jumps on in from behind. 2 for him as 0. Last man standing, not able to get a thing. Neo goes absolutely crazy, and VP pick up 8.
The mechanics on display there, so smart. You get yourself into the back line, jump your way over. They were so confused about this position. Gets the opening frag, instantly links into the second, and the AWP shot to finish it off. I mean, that is crazy. That's just vintage Neo on display there. Really, really strong showing coming out. And VP looking like they do want to try and get this into a 9-6 scoreline, take that through. I mean, that would be a fairly dominant half working their way through. HellRaisers, though, if they can hopefully try and step up and really show what we've been seeing in these last few rounds. It's been a fairly effective showing. HellRaisers potentially getting that 7-8 scoreline would be huge, and they start it off with a shebang. They come in, DeadFox on the opener. This AWP has been so strong for them. It's really allowed them to get into these good situations, leaving just 3 players left on VP very early into the round. Not really what they were hoping for.
No, unfortunate as well, considering they just got back into the matchup with that fast play over towards B and A, and it looks like it's going to be reset right on. But of course, this is the last round of the half, so economy isn't an issue. Still, VP want to have something else to work with. Even that, though, an 8-7 scoreline in favour of the T side is going to be good for VP. They can't even be worried, but let's see if they can pick up this one. There's still potential. They've still got a chance here. Bomb set up over towards middle. They have BAPS control. They have Palace control. They can split onto either side that they want. And right now they're just waiting for a potential pick. But the bomb is going to be making its way back up through the underpass. Into apartments it goes. And VP looking like they want to actually go for this B-side take. The issue is what do you do by Ali? He has 2 options. Push in first and try and force a rotation off of HellRaisers, or push in late and try and catch rotations. But if he pushes in late and his teammates die over towards the B-site, he's completely gone with Vayne. And he will push in early, I understand it, but Stiko takes him down.
Yep, kind of awkward there. Had to make a judgment call, didn't really work out the way he wanted it to. 0 as well, not even allowing Angel to try and take these pot shots as he just cleans up the round for his team. Snacks will eventually take him down, responds with the AWP that was so strong earlier on into this game, but this time around doesn't really work out. Stiko can overpower him, obviously just spamming through the box. Easy kill comes out. That will be the first half wrapped up. Very close affair. Let's see if it will be the same in the second half after this. Welcome back, everyone. A fantastic first half. Both of these teams proving that they're fairly evenly matched right now. On Mirage, obviously, we expected VP to come here hard and fast and dominate quite early, but it really hasn't been that fair.
I mean, you've got to take into account this is T-side, right? They get those 8-round start. That's still very good. That's favourable over CT. And now switching on to the quote-unquote easier side, they should have a fairly okay time of closing this out. That being said, HellRaisers do have a great T-side themselves. They have Angel leading, they have a lot of mad fraggers. If DevFox can get on that money, get on that AWP, which is far easier to invest over on the T-side, very good chance HellRaisers could pull it back themselves. So, it's, yeah, as you say, it's an equal game, but take into account the sidedness of the CT side on Mirage.
It's true, there's a lot of factors that sort of shaped up that scoreline, but by no means should you count either of these teams out. As HellRaisers, they've had a good showing. I mean, overall throughout Pro League as well, they've actually been sort of strutting their stuff once again, getting that org back to its previous sort of prowess.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've had their issues, they've had the roster changes, in and out of Oscar, all of this stuff, but I think they've finally found the roster that works. And I don't think they need a change or anything. I think they can stick with what they got for the time being, give it some time, and it's definitely proving to be working so far in Pro League, as you say. They're doing better than some of the French teams, for example. Both of the French teams. Oh, both of the French teams. Yeah. I always think LDLC and think, well, that's not a French team anymore. But yeah, they're doing better than both the French teams. They're doing very well, 7th currently in the league, and this maybe, if they get a win, could extend them even into the top 6. Who knows?
It's true, and that would be a massive feat for them as well, working their way up that ladder and getting themselves into a very good situation throughout the standings. Obviously, one of the teams we expected to sort of see in the middle of the table towards the end of the season, so definitely a good showing so far. Now then as well, obviously, into the second half, what are we expecting to see coming out from them over in their T-half?
Hopefully a pistol round, right? They need that. Obviously, the starter is going to be very difficult to get onto that, because VP are a team so based on momentum. If they pick up that pistol, they can just stomp through. I mean, we saw it in the previous half. HellRaisers pick up the pistol, VP take the first buy round, and they just stomp something like 6-7 rounds in a row, and then eventually have a slow burn towards the end. But if HellRaisers don't pick up that pistol, we could be seeing a real issue here.
It's true. There is a big impact factor. They need to come in very early on, try and set themselves a couple of rounds to play with, and they do definitely have that potential. They've got some fabulous players with those pistols. Things as well, though, so do VP. It's definitely not sided to really either side at this point. As you are, it's scary to think that VP definitely could come in here and retaliate.
Definitely, and that's the thing as well. With HellRaisers, at least on their T side, with Angel, the calling style is very slow. They like to play it very methodically and very calculated. And while VP could be prepared against that, they could also catch them off guard, because VP are a team that like a lot of fast aggression. They like some quick styles. So HellRaisers is playing a lot slower on their T side, could actually catch VP off guard, but this time it's going to be a fast play. Pasha in towards middle, he's got a triple peek here with the pistols. They're spamming away, they're only just able to get the first kill as Taz takes on to Stico, but look at the damage done. Pasha and Neo so low, eventually Snacks will chase, but Angel, he's going to get the damage done. 2 quick kills, looking in for more. Pasha's tagged and he gets a third. Angel is going absolutely off today, and he's even looking for Taz just to bolster his stats. HellRaisers have got the bomb down, and while he will fall, he has done his job.
There's a reason why you listen to your in-game leader, especially when they are so dominant like that, proving that his teammates should respect him, tearing his way through. I mean, that is just a great way to kick this round off. Taz and Bialy, though, coming in to try and retake this. I wouldn't count them out just yet. Taz can be a bit of a Tasmanian devil with this pistol as he brushes his way in towards the bomb site, hoping to cause a little bit of havoc. Nade will roll in, though, transferring some damage upon DeadFox, nearly knocking him, but no 50 HP. Bialy as well, kicking off as he connects the headshot upon Zero. Tries to turn on Bialy, but DeadFox gets the backstab on Taz. The Busher play comes out, sending him off to the meat shop. I mean, that is just crazy that he's gotten away with that.
Yeah. Great stuff. Smoke goes down on the bomb. They try to commit to the defuse, but not going to be working when DevFox is there with his trusty blade. Now a double AK buy up from HellRaisers. We talk about this team typically being one that after winning the pistol like to go for a lot of SMGs. So far this series has proven us a little bit wrong. Playing safer up against VP and going for a few more rifles in play, especially on this T side, going to be important for the range game towards middle. And they will be taking a lot of fast mid control. The SMG supported by the 2 AKs in play as they storm their way down towards the bottom. Snacks over towards short, more of a passive style. VP not going to be taking any mid-control at all. Neo's just been a little tagged up and he's going to be playing passive as a result of it over in the connector area, but HellRaisers have gone for some great smokes towards connector to push them at least in towards this short area, and the entry going their way. Snacks is falling. They won't expect the third player on the site though as Pasha is dropped, and Bialy, actually they do. Bondic removes his face. Zero follows up as well, and Taz, he's completely on his own.
He's trapped on his lonesome, confused and scared. Like a lost child in Asda, Hugo. Other shops are available. Taz with the opening frag, though, connects the headshot upon Psycho. Hungry for more. So close yet so far, as Angel will punish him, leaving just 4 men left standing on the side of HellRaisers. Only 1 casualty. That's a fairly effective round. Virtus Pro as well. Still no money to play with, obviously, as we work our way through. This is still going to be another round going into the bank of HellRaisers. They're looking good as they pick these rounds up as well. These SMGs still in play. Hopefully they can get some more money back over on Styko. It set themselves up into a very good situation into the first fire round.
Definitely so. Snacks with the flashbang, maybe going for a bit of a burst inside of the connector. We can see all these players here, and Snacks passive towards the triple box. I think he's just going to flash them all through middle, which would make sense, but the issue is HellRaisers are playing passive mid, so it's going to be a bit of a waste of $200 there as the flash is set up from Snacks. Is he going to go for it? Who knows? Find out next week. As you can see, they are just waiting to see if HellRaisers are going to be going for anything aggressive towards middle. Snacks actually not using that flashbang. They just probed it and realized it's completely empty, but finally they're going to get spotted here. Somehow, these pistols are working out. Pasha and Neo both picking up a kill. They're going to have guns drop for them as well, and they will throw them over to the players with more HP to work with, but in the meantime, they've lost control of the A site. Angel's pushed up with that, and the SMG against non-armored players. I know who I'm banking on, and it's Angel once again to pick up 3 fantastic kills.
Flaps his wings as he glides by and just annihilates everyone. 0 as well, the backstab on Neo, just leaving Pasha left standing. A round that looked like it had so much potential. And Angel, the in-game leader that can just frag like a madman, picks it up almost single-handedly. Tears his way through all 3 of those players, leaving just Pasha to try and do something, anything in the round that might aid his teammates as he slowly makes his approach down. Angel also upgrading to that AK-47. He has just gifted a weapon to Pasha. He can try and grab that UMP. Actually just sticks to the USP right now. Walks his way up towards top mid though. Bondic, easy frag for him, takes him down. HellRaisers looking very effective so far. The replay of this as well. Angel, so filthy. Obviously, Ali was just trying to hold his ground. Sorry, Snacks was just trying to hold his ground, wait for the right moment to face to help out his teammates, but peaked a little bit too late there. All of them get punished. Finally, they have cash to play with though.
Yeah, no open play though in for Snacks or Pasha at the moment though. They're just going to be sticking with the rifles. Bit of utility to work alongside as well, but not too much here as HellRaisers are looking good. They've still got Stiko on this UMP, and that's going to be great considering 3 players of VP don't have head armor, so he can really exploit them in that regard. Obviously, it's hard to buy up head armor when you need that utility over on the CT side, and to be honest, even with 3 players not investing it, the utility is so low, and they've already used most of it. It does delay the push though. HellRaisers look like they want to set up for a fast B, and that's been cancelled, which has been very lucky for VP, because that fast B could have really upset them considering the amount of weaponry that HellRaisers really do have and the utility for the post plant. So now they're going to have to go a little more slow. They will back off in towards the top of middle as well as the bomb wrapping in through T-spawn. Zero's got the underpass control, and Virtus Pro just sitting pretty for the time being.
That's true. Trying to hold their ground right now, not doing anything too crazy, not really going to overextend. Snacks playing a little bit aggressive right now as he plays close to connector, peering over the top of that smoke, waiting for the right moment to strike. Obviously Angel and Styko are close by though. They're tiptoeing up, covering that ground, slowly approaching what could be their demise if they don't play this right. Dead Fox and Co though choose the right time to strike as they work their way up ramp. 45 seconds left on the clock as the play towards the A-bomb site will kick off. The first frag though going the way of Virtus Pro. Neo taking down Angel. Styko as well going to hit the deck, but Zero with the trade back upon Snacks leaves them in a 3 versus 4 as they bombard their way towards the A-bomb site, just trying to overwhelm anyone that is there. Ali with a peek comes through though, headshot upon Zero, still holding his ground firm. Wants another one, doubles it up as he takes down Bondic. Isn't aware of the position of Dead Fox though. Dead Fox so close to him, the call has been made. His teammates will find the kill. Neo will be the one to put him down. And still, VP clinging on.
Yeah, just off the back of that, they are going to be able to pick it up on their first buy round as well, so very important. HellRaisers still able to buy, yes, and the AWP will actually be pulled in here for Dead Fox as well, so nice to see that addition to the T side. Maybe it will surprise VP, who is still sticking with the rifles here, not quite able to buy up that AWP into play. And obviously with it not being on HellRaisers in the previous round, nothing to save either, so sticking with the rifles, this time a lot more utility. And with no SMGs out for HellRaisers, the head armor isn't as important, but it is far more prevalent, only Neo lacking it. And Virtus Pro going to be mollied out a connector for the fast peak, but it won't matter because we have no one on this T side pushing quickly into middle. Just Dead Fox again holding from this passive position just for the push, but nothing will come through. Eventually they'll take a bit of control. Stiko and Dead Fox going to be forcing their way up into middle, and with the lack of AWP as well, VP have, as a result, given a very big lack of mid control. The only control they have is a double connector play, and that is a bit of an issue considering Short is going to be fully under the rounds of HellRaisers if they do so choose to go towards that.
With these early rounds, the peek's coming out. Angel trying to get these opening frags now. He will peek his way around. Smoke going in as well over towards jungle. The rest of his teammates setting themselves up, getting ready. You can see they're close, ready for the execute. Bondic became the first headshot by Ali. Trades back upon Zero, but Dead Fox too hot to handle as he lands the AWP shot upon Snacks now. They're in a good situation. They keep making it better. Neo, sure, he's trying to defend it from CT, but he becomes the last member of Virtus Pro alive and kicking. The double face goes through. Angel will take him down. And that's another round picked up by HellRaisers. They look so on point right now. We said online CS can be shaky sometimes with Virtus Pro, and this map is proving that it is HellRaisers' domain, really. I mean, we look at it, this should be their 12th round secured. VP, 9 rounds on the board, no cash to play with. They don't really have an answer.
VP have only lost Mirage once out of the last 10 times they've played it. So this will be their second loss in the last 10. This is a big loss if they lose it as well to an underdog team such as HellRaisers. Obviously, it's not quite over yet, and VP are known for having these abilities to still stay strong despite a bad scoreline. But still, this is a really good kick up the butt for VP, as HellRaisers doing a lot of damage onto this one. They will get a clean 12th, I can imagine, as well, as only a couple of pistols are invested here for the side of VP. Neo's going to be sprayed and prayed, and he will be backing off as eventually Stiko wall bangs him there through the wall. As they start their way up towards short with a split on for Zero as well. The short control will not work out from Pasha, the only player with anything to work with in that round really, and Taz and Bayali, last two players standing. One by one they'll fall, and HellRaisers, Jackie, they're at 12 rounds.
This is crazy. Yeah, they're going to get this. There's no way that VP can contest at this point. I mean, Bayali, the last one left standing with nothing really to invest. He can try and stay out of their line of sight if he wants to. Doesn't give them any extra free cash, but at this point, it doesn't even matter. Their money's barreled out of control already. It's so inflated. He might as well just try and get a weapon if possible, but it's not really likely he's going to be able to get out of this one. Just doing damage for the sake of doing damage, ideally. Waiting for the peak to come through, holding for the exit frags. They should clear this angle. I mean, he's a little bit off as well, just playing far back, so they'll get sight of him first. They're also all going to exit together, which is smart. Gets the opening up on Angel. Hungry for more, but there's the trade come in. HellRaisers as well get that round on the board now. VP, money to play with once again, but even when they've had cash, it just looks lackluster. I mean, HellRaisers have been absolutely living up to their name on that T-half.
Definitely. Really good aggression so far, really good stuff. Devfox been doing good work with the AWP, currently 22 and 11, top of his team. Angel close behind. Obviously, he is one of those IGLs with the ability to frag, but we never really see him at the top of the scoreboard here. So it's nice to see him actually kicking off this game. We've seen a couple of nice 3Ks, especially on that pistol round on the T side as well. Let's have a look into this one, a very important one. Pasha tagged down early on, trying to go for that jump spot over towards the B apartments. Zero's going to throw in a nade just to sprinkle some damage onto his head as the Rebel falls. And in the meantime, Stiko over towards middle does drop snacks, getting a bit too big for his boots, and Connector falls down. There's no need for Zero to aggress here onto apartments. They've got that man advantage. There's no reason for him to throw it away. And if he had a teammate to trade, maybe it would be justified. But playing solo like this, you don't want to get picked and then have no one to at least bring things back in your favour.
Obviously left in this awkward situation as well. If they can try and get a trade out, it would help. They need to take the man advantage, though, as it's just a matter of time before HellRaisers strike. But Pasha, fantastic play, peeks up, instantly beheads Zero as he claims that frag. Looking good. We'll keep the aggression going as well, as he's teeming with energy, seeming like he wants to try and do even more work for the side of VP. He gets up close and personal to the smoke, but won't try anything too risky, just holding his ground now. Good to see. If he went a bit overconfident there, he definitely could have been punished because of this. Window control has been taken, though. Angel slipped in, Stiko holding from CPL as well. Pasha trying to get those frags if they peek out. Angel has done the damage already, though. The headshot comes through. Stiko as well. Kill upon Pasha, leaving them in such an awkward situation. HellRaisers looking like they're hungry for round 13. Neo with the peek out, spots out. Angel dinks him, leaving him on a measly 6 HP, but it was not enough. By Ali now, the last man to try and ward them off, to try and achieve anything. And he really shouldn't be able to achieve now into this round, as HellRaisers, 4 players left standing. Angel the only one that's remotely low. This is just too far gone. By Ali, you imagine he'll just try and save.
Yeah, no kit, no utility. But really, at this point, even if he saves, all he's doing is bringing this gun to the next round. It's not like they can rebuy around a single rifle with nothing to play with. To be honest, with the position coming in from behind of Bondik, I don't think he'll even be able to save. I think Bondik even knows where he is, because look at the players. Look at Angel. Look where he's spotting. I think he has a bit of an inkling that he's over towards here. And yeah, I thought so. The rifle was sticking out from the corner, so Bondik actually knew from Palace where he was, but he couldn't go for the shot at that kind of range. And that's why Angel was spraying, trying to bait out by Ali just to make him move forward maybe towards that cross. But yeah, good play from HellRaisers. I like the communication there. 13-9, VP no cash, so even that saved rifle wouldn't have changed too much. And a 14th on the horizon here for the European side.
Tearing it up right now as they work their way through. I mean, they just look fantastic. This is a whole new HellRaisers on display, and it's awesome to watch. The double peek will come in, though, from Taz and by Ali. They're going to try and catch anyone off guard that's playing up close and personal in Palace. Obviously, they do have some good weapons to work with, actually. The P250 and the CZ. If Bondik isn't aware of the play they're going for, definitely could be punished. But then again, he is the man you'd want in these sort of scenarios. Can tear everyone a new one. Should be easy frags for him if he has the range advantage in his favor. Still holding strong right now. No reason to go for this information play just yet. Meanwhile, his teammates spreading around, trying to find something to work with. Bondik also going to back off at this point and regrouping up. Seems like it will be an A play into this one. They have smokes to work with, so this could actually favor Virtus Pro if they can get into the backline and try and go for this stab here. Taz, he'll be hearing a lot of audio cues as well, knowing that there are going to be players close by. Bondik will re-peek into the situation. Taz hammering down that trigger, Hugo, but he can't quite get the frag.
And he's only got 6 minutes left as well. Nade comes in, that's good damage. Now they can just hunt him. They know he's so low and he'll peek out, but it's not going to be anything as Bondik drops him by Ali playing the range game with the P250. If they peek out from Palace, he is gone. And 1 HP, here comes the nade. Doesn't do anything. He's still going to be escaping with little to no health left. So HellRaisers, again, a 5-on-4, essentially a 5-on-3 at this point. Bomb plant, and only up against pistols for the exits here. Snax is coming in from behind, as he always does. But I don't think it's going to be enough here with just a sole USP to his name. And HellRaisers looking on the edge of a 14th round. A very dominant T-side so far. It was fairly equal towards the first half, but this one has really cemented their place.
It's true. They're in a good situation to try and lock this down. Obviously, getting that 14th round on the board, that's a huge feat for them. They're so close. 2 rounds away from closing out map 1. The scoreline as well, they're so dominant. Not really what we expected going into this. And sure, the CTs are attempting to do something. They're pushing their way back in, just going for these aggressive faces, hoping they can find an opener that will help them. But it's just not meant to be. There is easy kills coming out right now for HellRaisers. They take that 14th round on the board. It's another notch going in the belt. And VP, the buy can come out, but they need to try and respond. They've had these buys out in the past, but even then, they haven't shown any kind of ingenuity to actually slow down HellRaisers.
My question is, where's the pause? Right? Because this is a really important round for VP. They lose this, they lose the game, because HellRaisers get 15, and then they have a force buy with 3,400 for the last round. They're saving nothing from this one, so they really won't have much money. So I feel like in this position, they should have, had a pause, taken a break, stopped the momentum from the T side, and maybe try and work out what they want to do in this one. Because while they have changed their setup a little bit with this aggression towards middle in the hands of Taz, it's still, just a minute to kind of cool down and take a second can always help a team. Regardless, though, we have this mid control. It's going to be, to no avail as HellRaisers are forced their way up towards the A site. The smoke's on the cross, and Stiko just dropping Neo fully blind as well as he peeks out a bit too aggressively. Stiko hunting for more, and he spots him out. Angel supporting, but Pasha will come back into the connector to do one more. It will be Taz aggressively towards the top of middle. Almost runs out of ammo. Just takes down Zero before the ammo is conceded, and Snax coming back in with the AWP. Nice quick couple of kills there to close out the round. VP actually come back in without a pause, and 10 rounds to 14.
Ferocious flurry of frags there coming out in the end from Snax. I mean, that's what we wanted to see. Works his way back in and really penalizes HellRaisers in that situation. Will stop them and stomp out the fire that's been going so strong for them. But look at the economy they have. It's just crazy how much it ballooned out of control. It's skyrocketed. And it's going to take a long time before there'll be an economical crash that will really slow them down into this. As HellRaisers, they have a chance to bounce back. They can definitely bite and slow down VP at this point, but it's still good they delayed them. The longer they can stop them from getting on that 15th round, the more chance they have of getting to that point themselves. As soon as it gets into the factor where they have to play a flawless game of CS and don't have any breathing room, can't even make a single mistake, that's when it's going to be really awkward for VP.
Indeed it will. But let's see what this round holds for us as Angel. Looking for the pick in towards connector. That's a deep smoke as well. Taz needs to either get out of there or push him through because he is going to be cornered in this position. The Molotov as well, that will spread to him for sure. He has to escape, and he's actually going to push out aggressively, not even backing up to join his teammates here. He has no support. He has to get a kill, and he will run towards the underpass, actually succeeding as well. Takes a kill before he falls down. It's a worthy trade there, but will he follow up? Or will his team, as Snax and Neo both pick up a kill, but it's going to be retaliation from Zero and Dead Fox. Both get one each. Another control of the site is under the hands of HellRaisers, but the bomb's still not going down. They have 50 seconds left, so plenty of time, but they don't realize that the site has been completely opened up like a can of worms. VP are not in position to stop this bomb from being planted, but they haven't committed to it just yet, waiting for VP to potentially overexpose himself.
Holding these angles, holding firm, smart stuff. The bomb will go down as well. Now time is ticking away. This forces the hand of VP. They do have the double kit in play though, so it's not all doom and gloom. They definitely have a chance to work their way back through. By Ali, upgrading himself to that Kalashnikov that was left limp on the floor as they start to push their way in. Dead Fox holding the angle, spots out Snax, the leg comes in, but not quite the frag just yet, but this forces them to back off. He can't try and go for these confident plays as Zero playing from Forest will connect the beautifulest headshot. Takes down by Ali. That is so demoralizing for VP now, leaving just one man to try and retake this. Sneaky Snax takes his play, will find the shot upon Zero. Dead Fox though, biding his time. He knows that Snax is low, will peek out, has the angle covered as Snax tries to back off towards short, misses the shot, but it doesn't matter. The bomb will go off. They get 15th round on the board. It also takes down Snacks in the meantime. And this is such an awkward situation to be in. No money is left for VP. They are broken, and they are left begging on the curb.
Yeah, you never save in a 2v2. You never save in a 2v2, so I can understand why VP went for that one, obviously. But that's the thing. If they saved in that 2v2, they would have had a bit of money now for the last one. But instead, it's a double scout, triple pistol buy. It is good for HellRaisers. They are looking Gucci as they have an AWP in play again for Dead Fox. This is so unlucky for VP. But you can't take it away from this T side. They have just been phenomenal, firing on all cylinders, only allowing VP to pick up 2 CT rounds so far. HellRaisers just looking in for more once again. We can see in towards middle of Stiko trying to find an opener. And I think this is one of the teams that really started to rise up in this season of Pro League, really prove their worth with the confidence from earlier and then knocking Envious down in the I-League qualifiers as well. Going into this, I think the confidence really just has gone above and beyond. They are just looking so, so good. And I think HellRaisers are really a team to watch out for, potentially even being able to make the LAN finals with the current record on streak.
It's true, because they're just tearing their way through. As we said, HellRaisers, every time we get to witness these guys, they look better, time in, time out. There's been no signs of them slowing down. They only just keep adding more fuel to the fire. Now, into what could be the penultimate round, obviously, as they work their way through this, if they can shut down this measly buy over on the side of VP, this would be a huge, huge win for them. Scout shot does come out from Neo. Tagger as well. He tries to back off, but is eventually eliminated. Sniped by Dead Fox. A 2K already to this man's name. He's been going huge. Absolutely sublime sniping skills on display. He keeps it up. Angel as well. The in-game leader. You'd think he's the entry fragger as he does stuff like this. Countless rounds have gone purely because of his individual skills. Styko with the final frag upon Pasha. But there you have it. They close it out. HellRaisers, the opening map win there. I mean, we expected VP to come in here very heavy-handedly. Closest out with a 2-0 scoreline, but now the only chance they have left at best is a 1-1 HellRaisers. Crazy display.
Yeah, very, very important as well to actually pick up the map that I thought this was going to be far clean cut for VP. Going into Overpass as a second map is a less effective map for the Virtus Pro side, so actually looking at a potential 2-0 the other way. HellRaisers could be really the upset team. They took a 2-0 off G2 yesterday, as we saw in the Pro League as well, and now going into tonight, a 2-0 is looking incredibly possible with VP being shaky on this second map. So the fact that this is VP's second win out of the last 11 times they have played this map in the past 3 months, that is ridiculous. That is a crazy statistic.
It's true, that's a huge feat coming into this. Why don't we look at some of the highlight kills as well throughout that matchup that allowed them to, set how dominant they were.
I love that.
Early smart plays coming out as well. Across the board, it was good communication from HellRaisers that allowed them to close this out. Dead Fox, individually, so talented. I mean, you can see that smart play there into that early round. It just overall looked like they had a lot more going on for them. Virtus Pro, sure, they had some small showings of them being able to cut their way through, but it just looked like way too much.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to them. You can't take anything away from them, despite the first half being very, very close. And we're thinking, okay, yeah, I mean, VP picked up 8 rounds T side. That's very good, but I mean, it's not real VP. We'll see real VP in the second half on the CT side. That's where they prevail a lot of the time. So going into the second half, we weren't worried at all for the Polish guys. But now, after seeing that, 2 rounds on their whole CT side? That is really not Virtus Pro-esque over on Mirage. So good, impressive display from HellRaisers. I'm going to be keeping my eye on them personally, and I'm looking forward to the second map where we could maybe even see the second 2-0 of this week for them.
It's true, and that'd be mental. If they come in here actually claim that second map as well, that's fantastic, not only for their standings, but in terms of how they've been performing as a team. As you said, they've recently just qualified as well, so they're looking good overall. They're a team that have actually started to get some big wins underneath their belt, starting to get the organization back up there, and it finally looks like Angel has found the 5 that he wants to play with, the 4 other players that cement well and work with him. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people have been mentioning as well, the issue we had talked about with Na'Vi not having this in-game leader to the same level as Zeus previously. Angel, yeah. A lot of people are saying that, Angel should be going to that team, but to be honest, I feel like, obviously I'm not going to go as far as saying HellRaisers is better than Na'Vi right now. I feel like Angel's doing absolutely fine in his current place, obviously. I would understand if he made a move if they even asked him, but then that's a whole different conversation. But he's doing very well at his current point in time.
It's true, he's getting everything working very well. He knows how to utilize his players to the best of his abilities, and it's been cool to watch, obviously, the progression.
Yeah, a good comparison as well is to look at Bondik when he was under Flipside, right, under the IGL Blade. So Bondik really wasn't really a star in Flipside to the same level that he is over here, because Angel gives him a far more looser style. He's allowed to play to his own strengths, and kind of under Blade, he was kind of kept down. And I feel like that he was never as a bigger player as he is coming into this team. And that's one of the reasons I think this is just such a better style for Bondik individually joining, and even just the whole team in general having these ability to have these players that can always go off, like Bondik, like Dead Fox.
It's true. Let's see if Bonic and Deadfox, the dynamic duo that were causing a stir for HellRaisers, will be popping off again in Map 2, as it will be up shortly.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.